It's about time this episode premiered. Were there any other fans out there besides me? I was going nuts waiting for this episode. They leave us off with this epic cliffhanger, and then we have to wait 2 whole weeks to find out what happened to Jake. The time skip between these two episodes made a lot of people unhappy. Basically, this whole thing is just Ice King's fault. So, Keoth is still confusing Jake for Joshua, and I don't know how he's doing this other than their looks because let's get the facts straight here. Jake does not sound like Joshua, and he is nowhere near as sassy as Joshua was. Put those aside for a minute because Jake is at fault here a little bit too. Why won't he just tell Keoth that he isn't Joshua? That is the biggest question to me. Why doesn't he just tell him that Joshua died, he's not him? Now, after 500 times of calling Jake Joshua, he finally snaps out of it and he's like, oh, what? When did you start calling me Joshua? I don't remember that. He finally, after all this time, tells him that Joshua is dead and he says, don't make me get emotional about it. He was my father. He died. Okay, now we already know what's been happening with Jake. What the heck's happening with Finn? Finn's been waiting for hours. Ice King and Abracadabra are long gone, off in the Ice Kingdom doing who knows what. Go be weird somewhere else. It doesn't make much sense to me that Finn would go to Lady Rainicorn, because he doesn't speak Korean at all. Of course, though, she is Jake's girlfriend, and I can see why she would care about that. When they're getting help from Joshua's videotapes, I don't know why Lady Rainicorn would have them, because Jake has said in the past how much he cares about his dad, so why would Lady own tapes that he made specifically for Jake? I mean, Jake ruined the tapes anyway. He taped over videos that his own father made for them, and then he gave them to Lady as a weird present. I am classifying Jake as weirder than the Ice King now, because in these taped over segments, he's basically sexting Lady Rainicorn. He is one perverted loon. And even more so on the Joshua thing. If Jake claims to get so emotional when dealing with things that are his father's or were given to him by his father, then why would he tape over his tapes and give them to Lady Rainicorn? They were meant for him. Oh yeah, I love my dad so much, but now I'm just going to give away the present that he gave to me to my girlfriend. What? Despite those interruptions by Jake, I really liked Joshua's video. I liked the flashback that it gave us, how the sword was made, how he captured Keoth. And we now see that Keoth has the ability to make things out of people's blood, including his own blood. Because when he steals Jake's blood at the beginning of the episode, he turns it into a hat. And we now see in Joshua's video, in the flashback, that he is the one who made the sword so that he could escape from Joshua's dungeon type thing. But I noticed that he just made it directly from his blood, which is in contrast to the episode before this, Playdate, because if you remember, um, when Finn broke the sword over his knee, it went back to its regular state after the blood was gone. So the creators screwed up. So which is it? Was it physically made out of his blood, or was it a regular sword transfused with its blood? Unless, of course, Keoth has the ability to make swords too. I can just see him as a blacksmith in his yoga room all day doing. The song that Jake sings when he's trapped in the pit reminded me how much I miss Rebecca Sugar. In my opinion, the songs haven't been that great since Rebecca Sugar left to create Steven Universe. I miss her songs, and you have to admit, she was the greatest at writing the Adventure Time songs. No one will ever take her place. She was the best. And don't get me wrong, I love her new series, Steven Universe, but I just wish she would have stuck around a little longer and still would have been able to write songs. And now there's this new character, Samantha. She's this female dog who Keoth makes Jake fight. And she begins off with some affections for Jake because she hasn't seen a male dog in years. So what she's basically saying here is, leave your current girlfriend behind. I don't care that you have one. Come with me. I need you. When you think about it, it would make sense if they actually were dating because they're both dogs. What other dogs are left? Finn shows up at the last and Lady. They both show up at the last second and they bail Jake out of there. The way Finn defeats Keoth is very strange. He makes a replica of Joshua's demon blood sword out of frozen grape juice, and then he has Shelby bless it. Now, I don't know where this is coming from because I don't ever remember Shelby becoming a certified preacher. And not only that, but the only thing that Shelby said was "check please," as a reference to video makers when they're making the movie. So I don't know how that works, but it worked out. I mean, Keoth exploded. He just bursts out of nowhere, nothing left. Now, this is my favorite part when they all go back to the treehouse, and Samantha goes too. And then when she goes out the door, Lady asks Jake if he has any feelings for Samantha. But he just replies, no. And when questioned why he didn't do anything to get out of the pit then, he says that Keoth was right there, and he had no blood, so he was dazed. But this actually isn't true, because I think he could have done something, because he still had his stretchy powers when he was down in the pit. So why didn't he do anything? Maybe he actually did have some feelings for Samantha, or maybe he was just being a weirdo like he is. Don't get what I'm saying? Wake up! This isn't the first time we see Jake doing something suggestive with another woman, because it happened with the Tree Witch, it happened with the Nymphs, and it happened with even Princess Bubblegum. So he is denying it, but I think that Jake may have some feelings for Samantha. Nice little scene at the end. They hug and they make up, and they're all together again, all happy. And then there's that end where Finn says that he's still in love with Flame Princess, but he might as well just face the facts. He's not going to get back together with Flame Princess, even if he does still love her, because uh, he ruined his relationship with her, just like he ruined his relationship with every other female character. So completely overall, I thought this episode was pretty good. I liked the sweetness, I liked the character revelations, and I liked the flashbacks, how the sword was made. I liked everything with Joshua. Pretty good episode. So let me know what you guys think. Um, is Samantha's presence putting Jake and Lady's relationship in jeopardy? Or will Jake stay with Lady Rainicorn no matter what? And should I review Steven Universe in the future? Let me know what you guys thought in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe. See you later.